Hey guys, Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com. Excited for you to be with me for another Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today's question is, what do you need to do if you don't have earnest money? We're going to deep dive into this, and if you've got a question for me, you can ask it by typing it in the comments below, and I'll do a video just like this to help answer your question. I'm going to take you into our film studio here. This is my little studio. This is where I do my live cast. If you're not currently joining us on the weekly live cast, you're going to want to. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I do a live cast, and we have this killer studio all set up just for that. And I also have a podcast called Income Hacker, so check it out. But let's talk all about this. Let's talk about what do you do if you don't have earnest money? Well, first off, earnest money is negotiated between the buyer and the seller, meaning you don't have to have $10,000 of earnest money. If the seller's okay with it, $25 would be enough. $50 would be enough. And this is where it really gets into bank-owned properties versus going after properties that are on the multiple listing. You see, if a property's on the multiple listing service, everybody is going after that property. And right now, especially in today's market, that's going to be a problem. So you want to be going after off-market properties, properties that are not currently listed on the multiple listing services. Because if it's listed, everybody's going after it. If it's not listed, you're working with somebody that is interested in selling their property in as-is condition. And usually those properties are in need of work, which means I can get them a really good deal. They don't have to pay agent fees. They don't have to have people trampling through their property. They don't have to do any cleanup on the property. They don't have to do any repairs on their property. They can simply just walk away. I can get them some money. It can happen fast and there's no delays, or it can happen on whatever date they choose. So there's lots of advantages for somebody that wants to sell. And as long as the property makes sense for them to do it, it's a great transaction for everyone. But in that scenario, I would typically only put up $100 of earnest money. If you can't come up with $100 of earnest money, you probably shouldn't be real estate investing. I tell people you probably need about $3,000 to $5,000 to get started in real estate investing. Yes, you can do zero down deals. Yes, you can be very creative, but there are some things like a home inspection or an appraisal or valuation or some earnest money. You're going to need some cash to get going. If you don't even have that, you could look at wholesaling. With wholesaling, you are going to need some money for earnest money, but then you're going to flip that contract or sell your contract to somebody else, and then they're going to close on the property, and they're going to bring the money for the repairs or get a loan for the repairs. And yes, there's 100% financing for purchase and repairs. I actually have a video on 17 ways to get 100% financing. You're going to want to check out that video. That can be very helpful for you. So there's multiple ways. Some of them you have to get creative, and some of them are a little more straightforward, but even with that, there are some incidentals that come up, and you want to be prepared. One of the things to think about is what's called credit card financing. It's a great way for you to get some money. With credit cards, they can typically do cash advances, or you can use some services that will actually turn that in to money that you can actually use for your real estate deals. And that can be very helpful as well when you're looking at that to use some of that money. With anything, it is a loan, so you've got to be careful with that money and make sure you're investing it well, that you're going to get a return, because you are taking on a little more risk with that, and there is some interest with that. So you've got to be prepared with that. Now, some of them you can get zero interest for 12 months, which can really help jumpstart your real estate investing as well. So earnest money, again, is negotiated between buyer and seller. If you're going after off-market properties, you can really set the earnest money at anything you want because the sellers are less concerned about it. It's usually an agent that's like, no, you got to get more money, you got to get more money. And it may not be as concerning to the seller. And so typically I put up $25 to $100 when I'm dealing with a seller that's on off-market property. You can also do earnest money. You can use the same earnest money for multiple offers. So what I do is I say, when I make the offer, I say I'll deposit the earnest money 3 business days after the offer is accepted. So that way I don't have to go put up $100 on 50 different homes I just made an offer on. I only put $100 down for an offer that actually gets accepted, and 3 days after the offer gets accepted. And I deposit that at my title company. I don't deposit that or give it to the seller, which is another big helpful tip. If you found this video to be informative or helpful, please hit the thumbs up button. That thumbs up button tells YouTube that you've enjoyed this video, and it tells me I should keep making videos just like that. I would really appreciate it. And if you enjoy this channel, we're all about real estate, finance, fix and flip, hard money. We do wholesaling, BRRRRs, you name it, real estate and finance, real estate investing specifically. you may want to consider subscribing. A couple other videos you should check out. I've got a video on how much earnest money should I put down. We've talked a little bit about that, but we've got more details on that video. I also have a blog post that you should check out. How much money do I need to invest in real estate? I will link both of those in the comments below, so you can click on those and check both of those out. I know you'll enjoy them. Otherwise, if you want some help with your real estate investing, check us out over at dohardmoney.com. We have tips, tricks, software, education. We've got tools, resources. We have money to help you with your deals. We also offer some 100% financing options. Come check us out over at dohardmoney.com. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.